Now let us do another solved example. Let us say that we have to find the equivalent capacitance of this circuit given. Now if you look carefully at this circuit, now this appears to be a complicated circuit at the first, but if you look carefully, then you can see that this is actually forming a Wheatstone bridge. If we say that these 2 points, if we take them as 2 points x and y, these are not nodal voltages, these are just 2 points that we took, x and y, then we can see, if we redraw the circuit, this will be a terminal A. Terminal A is connected to 2 microfarad, which is connected to point Y. So I can draw it here. So 2 microfarad capacitor is connected between point A and Y. So this will be Y. Similarly, 4 microfarad is connected between A and X. So if I take another branch, 4 microfarad connected between A and X, then we have between X and B there is a capacitor of 6 microfarad. So if we take X and B, then 6 microfarad is connected between X and B, and similarly between Y and B a capacitor of 3 microfarad is connected. So I can draw it here, 3 microfarad, and between the 2 points X and Y a capacitor of 5 microfarad is connected. So we can write it here of 5 microfarad. Now as you can now see that this is a Wheatstone bridge. Now the first thing that we should check in a given Wheatstone bridge whether it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge or an unbalanced bridge. So if say this is C1, C2, C3, C4 and this is C5, then we can see that the C1 upon C2 will be equal to 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2, and similarly C3 by C4 will be equal to 3 by 6, equal to 1 by 2. So we can see that C1 upon C2 equals to C3 upon C4. Now we have already studied that this is a condition of balanced Wheatstone bridge. And in the condition of balanced Wheatstone bridge, we know that the potential difference in the middle capacitor across the middle capacitor is 0. So there will be no charge deposited on this capacitor C5 and hence it will have no contribution in the circuit. So we can remove the capacitor C5 and redraw the circuit. So now our circuit will look like this. After removing C5 between terminals A and B, our circuit will look like this. Now we can see clearly that these two capacitors are in series and these two capacitors are in series, and together these two branches are in parallel. So we can find C equivalent. These two capacitors are in series, so we can find the equivalent capacitance of these two capacitors, which will be 2 into 3 upon 2 plus 3. Similarly, these two capacitors are in series, whose equivalent resistance will be 4 into 6 upon 4 plus 6. And since these two branches are in parallel, so we can add them. So this will come out to be, and if you solve it further, it will be 36 upon 10, and the equivalent capacitance will be equal to 3.6 microfarad, and this will be the required answer to this problem.